Ask the Messengers, the program that deals with substance abuse, real people telling real stories. Hosted by Pastor Lester Lewis, co-host Charlize Wilkerson and Leroy Carey. Produced by David Humphreys. Where there is addiction, there is a chance for recovery. We're trying to help save lives on Ask the Messengers.
Welcome to Ask the Messengers. I am Lester Lewis, your host for this wonderful show. Parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles, I'm calling you right now and I want you to go get your kids. Go get your nieces, your nephews, your children. Bring them in front of the TV right now because we're going to be talking about a topic that is so prevalent. You absolutely do not want to miss this. We are going to be talking about teens and drug use and abuse in schools. That's right. In our schools, children, our teens, are using and abusing drugs. Do you know that according to the National Center of Addiction and Substance Abuse, that 68% of all 12th graders have tried alcohol in their high school years? Do you also know that 81% of 12th graders say that getting marijuana is easy? You also, 44% of high school students say that some classmate they know are actually selling drugs in the school. You don't want to miss this. So tune in right now. Go get those kids. Ask the Messengers is on. Our show is all about trying to help save lives. Not only are we here for those who may be in drugs already, but we want to prevent those from even getting involved. Through our testimonies and through many of the people on our show, you have heard that their lives were impacted at a young age. In fact, while they were in school. And so we want to address and kind of deal with this issue of drug abuse in the schools and at the school age. And so today, not only am I the host of the show, but I'm also a proud father. I'm a parent. And so my daughter and I have my daughter Naya, who is here with me. And Naya is a teenager. I'm not going to reveal her age. I know women don't like to reveal age. So she's a teenager, and she attends one of the prominent schools, public schools here in the city of Detroit. And so we have had several conversations about drugs and about the effects that it can have, and certainly about her future and what things lie ahead. And so today we're here to have conversation. Hey, Naya, how you doing, baby?
Good.
All right. This is my daughter, and I love her so much. And so we've had these conversations. And can you tell the audience there that at the school that you attend, are there drugs being used at your school?
Yes, drugs are becoming very easy to access in my school.
Wow. So what type of drugs are the students getting right now?
The most common type is edibles.
Edibles. Okay, now tell all, because we got grandparents and you got older people out there who have no idea what edibles are. What are edibles?
Edibles are foods that are infused with marijuana. They can be baked or they could be made another way. But yeah, they're just foods with marijuana in it. So
some of the kids can just bring this like it's lunch in their lunch bag and just get high all day.
Yes.
Wow. Did you hear that, parents? Check those bags. All right. Now look, how are they getting those drugs though?
Students who sell drugs, they usually get them from their older cousins or brothers, and they bring them to school and they just sell them.
Wow. So once again, this is not something that is just where you got the common drug dealer giving your kids the stuff. There are actually family members who are sending them to school to sell for them. So you better be aware. So listen, because I know that you have plans. We've talked about these plans. And what plans do you have coming up, such as the summer? What's going on for the summer for you?
This summer, I'll be working at a local hospital.
And now, how did you get involved with that program?
I applied for a program called Project Genesis.
Oh, see, now that's good. That sounds like you're going to. Now you're going to be a senior next year, and I'm proud of you. You've done well, and I'm very proud of you. Your mom and I, we think very highly of what you're doing. Do you have plans for college? Tell everybody about those plans.
I plan to go to Spelman University.
Oh, Spelman. All right. So you got some high aspirations. Okay. So what field of a career field do you want to move into when you get there?
I want to become a surgeon.
Okay. So now, have you ever experienced someone in your school that had plans and big aspirations, but then got involved with drugs?
I know a lot of people in my school who they had big plans and they had things set out in their future, but because of drugs, they weren't able to do them. They weren't able to multitask. They couldn't focus on their schoolwork and drugs at the same time. It was one over the other.
All right. Well, baby, listen, Daddy's proud of you, Mommy's proud of you, and I just want everyone to know that as a parent, I have these conversations with my children and especially my daughter about drugs and their effects. And so we're going to make sure that she continues to go in the right direction. Now, look, we've got some more students coming up. Don't go anywhere because we want to hear their story as well. Don't go anywhere. Ask the Messengers. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Ask the Messengers. I am Lester Lewis, your host. We have some wonderful teenagers with us today, and we're so excited about what they're doing with their lives. And as we told you, this show is all about trying to help save lives. And many times we wait until something has happened before we try to infuse some help. But we want to help before that ever starts. And so today we have with us some teenagers from schools and here in the local area of Detroit. We want you to meet them and to know what they're doing. First, we have a wonderful gentleman. His name is Kyle, and Kyle is with us. Kyle, will you tell everyone some of the information about yourself that I think they need to know?
Okay, my name is Kyle Macbeth. I'm currently a senior, class of 2018. I recently got an award called the Dreamer of the Year with Dreamers Academy and Steve Harvey. That's pretty much it.
All right. Also with us, we have Hassan, who also attends school here in Detroit.
Yeah, how's it going? My name's Hassan. I recently graduated, class of 2018. I'm just here to help support the Ask the Messengers campaign here.
Also, we have with us Mackenzie. Come on, Mackenzie, tell us about yourself.
I'm Mackenzie. I'm graduating next week in class of 2018 from a school in the suburbs of Detroit.
Okay, and then we have also with us one of our college students, and she is right here from Detroit as well, and her name is Janae.
Hi, I'm Janae. I'm a junior in college. I work with the youth in Detroit for reading literacy. I also work as a patient advocate for people that have mental conditions here in Detroit.
All right. Well, let's get right to the questions, guys, because I think you guys are absolutely a great example to many who will see this show. Kyle, will you tell us about some of the drug use or abuse that you see in your school?
Well, a lot of students, they get their drugs from like students that sell it in our school, actually. And they are either going to the bathroom and smoke it, or they'll just do it edible anywhere in the school.
Wow, that's and again, as we talked to my daughter and I were talking, and now you're at a all male school. Is that correct?
Yes, I am.
All right. So again, we see that even in public, whether it's public or private, that it is readily available to our young people. Hassan, have you ever encountered someone who tried to influence you to do drugs?
Yes, I have. However, me being as strong-willed as I am, I just told them no, just flat out.
All right. He just said no. It still works. It still works. All right. Mackenzie, now we're going. Let's talk about from the female aspect. We've talked from these two males. How about you? What do you see in your school, especially with the young ladies in your school?
Well, I go to a school in the suburbs, so drugs are very popular, despite popular belief. People do them in the bathroom, girls will do them in class. Well, everybody does them in class. And at the games, you'll see girls passing around water bottles full of alcohol. It's very popular.
So they are in class, passing around, just high, doing their work.
Yep.
Wow. Parents, you need to check on those kids. All right. All right, now to the nitty gritty. We got someone from a college campus, and we know that there's some stuff happening on those campuses. And so, Janae, tell us what's going on at the school you attend.
We have an assortment of issues in college. You have edibles, you have Percocet, Molly, codeine. Right now, it's a big opioid epidemic that we've been trying to fight. Guidance centers across Michigan. It's a huge opioid addiction, so that means codeine. People are somehow getting codeine and they're putting it in their Sprite and in drinks, and they're just drinking it and going on about their day as if it's normal.
Well, Janae, you bring a very interesting point to the table, because some of the rappers and the entertainment industry have been promoting the drinking of lean, they call it.
Right.
And so, Kyle, how about you? How are you so strong-willed and not desiring to do those things, even though the rap and the culture is trying to get you to do so?
Well, I think like Hassan said, it's just I'm very strong-willed. I say no, and of course I go to parties and stuff. I'm a teenager, so when I go to parties and I see things like that, I don't even go around it. I don't associate myself with people that do it, and honestly, I don't have the time to do anything like that, because you don't know what you're putting into your body. So I think I'm just very educated on that aspect of it.
And so, Hassan, do you know anyone, your friends, that are addicted to any substance?
Yes, one of my close friends, he's, I guess, addicted to cigarettes. He started smoking cigarettes probably about 2 years ago. However, through some recent conversations I've had with him, he said that he's tried to quit, and I haven't really checked up back with him to see if he's about his word. However, that's one of the examples that I have.
So, Mackenzie, let's deal with this thing again. You said they're in the bathrooms, they're doing, and now how is the staff of the school addressing the issue, or are they addressing the issue at all?
The issue isn't really addressed as much as it should be. The only way that somebody would get in trouble for it is if somebody reported it, but it doesn't happen often.
Oh, wow. All right. Well, Janae, and you say you work with students and with some of the young kids in Detroit. What is exactly that you do to help prevent them from getting on drugs?
Well, you just have to have the conversations with these children about, their families and how it affects them and their families and how it affects their community and, the world abroad. And just, give them a better understanding of, drugs are only usually used, when you want to escape the real world. But there's much to live for in the actual world that, don't cost money.
All right. So listen, Janae, tell me this. If you had a student in front of you right now and you could say anything to them to help them, what would it be?
I would say that there's much to live for. There's way much to live for. And these drugs, they shorten your lifespan. I know hookah is really popular. I believe it's equal to a whole pack of cigarettes. Just don't do it. Just save yourself and save your community.
All right. Mackenzie, how about you? If you could just share with anyone, what would you say to them right now?
It's not worth it. The hype is overdone. It might feel good in the moment, but in the long term, you're ruining your future possibly.
Hassan, what's your view?
Similar to Mackenzie's. For the short term, might feel good, you might get a high. However, for the long term, you're ruining your body health-wise, and yeah.
All right. And Kyle, take us on with this.
I would say, contrary to what you believe, you don't know what you're putting into your body, and you don't know how it's going to affect you. So just don't risk your future for something that makes you feel good for 10 seconds.
All right. Well, listen, these students are doing a wonderful job, and we're so proud of them, and they're headed somewhere, so keep them in your prayers, and we're going to continue to follow up with them and track them and make sure that they're doing the right things. And so don't go anywhere. We're going to be right back. We got more show. In fact, we got an expert who's going to sit on and give us some information that we need to hear. Don't go anywhere. Ask the Messengers. We'll be right back.
I'm Artesia Washington, and I'd like to welcome you to Irvine Head Injury, where restoring you to your previous level of functioning is our goal. We offer services such as physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech and language pathology, aquatic therapy, massage therapy, and counseling. An automobile accident is an unfortunate event. If you feel that you or a loved one can benefit from our services, you can be reached at 248-415-2500. We look forward to hearing from you.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Shabri wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
The demand for peer recovery coaches is increasing in Michigan, and the Recovery Training Institute at the Detroit Recovery Project offers a 3-week training program to prepare you to obtain certification as a peer recovery mentor. RTI's curriculum will train eligible candidates in 10 different core curriculum areas. The time is right to become a recovery coach. For more information, call 313-365-3100 or visit their website at recovery4detroit.com.
We're back right here with Ask the Messengers. I have with me today a prevention specialist, and her name is Maxine Willis. Maxine Willis is the executive director of Kids Enjoy Yourselves Without Drugs, and also she is the host of the Keys Kids TV show. Now, Maxine, obviously you have been just instrumental in helping kids and their prevention efforts. Can you tell us some of the things you've done in that prevention side?
Absolutely. First of all, I just want to say how honored and privileged I am to be here on this show, because this is what it's going to take to help create an environment where our children can grow and be happy, safe, and free from drugs, gangs, and violence. We have to have platforms and shows like this that will help educate not only our young people, but also the community at large. So I'm excited to be here. Pastor, really, I started out as a teacher. Teaching young people in the community where I was born and raised in the northern part of Michigan. And when I moved to a large urban area like Detroit and began working with young people and realizing they had so many questions and concerns about alcohol and drugs. And as a young teacher, I could not answer because I began to think, what did I learn about alcohol and drugs? And it was very limited. So I went back to school and got a degree in alcohol and drug studies and said one day I'm going to help create a program that will help young people understand the dangers of alcohol and drugs, and to help parents and communities understand how we can create resilient children, realizing that not only were children using drugs more, but they're starting at younger and younger ages. And it is certainly, prevention is easier than treating drug addiction. Right. And when you think that 90% of those people who have addiction problems started before age 18. Right. Many began to experiment as young as 13. Right. So I've been privileged for the last 30 years to work in the field of alcohol and drug prevention, was part of creating one of the first prevention programs in the country aimed at preschool age children for the National Council on Alcoholism.
So now you started a program for preschoolers.
Absolutely, absolutely. And you know, I'm so glad you said that, because people think, well, what can you say to preschoolers about alcohol and drugs. But Pastor, it starts with planting that seed. At ages 4, 5, and 6, children are beginning to develop their own attitudes about themselves and the world around them. So it's so important we start to plant that seed that you are special, you are somebody, helping them to understand how to cope with their unhappy feelings. So as they grow older and experience things in life, they will have some coping skills. They will have some life skills to help them handle the things that they're going through and not turn to alcohol and other drugs.
Well, you know, as a pastor, I also, you know, we have students that come through our churches, and sometimes the parents say, well, they're too young to know about Jesus.
I hear
they're
it
too
all
young
the time.
They're too young to they can learn all the rap songs.
Right,
so,
absolutely.
So they can retain that information. And so by you planting the seeds that early, you're helping them to begin a process in their life that they'll begin to make a better decision as it relates to drugs.
Absolutely. No child is too young to get the message that you are somebody, that you are special. And parents need to reinforce that kind of information. When you think, Pastor, that the average parent spends 38.5 minutes per week talking to their children about meaningful topics. Wow. As I heard you talk with your daughter, that you talked about laying conversations and talking with her about her goals or aspirations. This is what we have to do. If we're going to prevent young people from turning to alcohol and other drugs, we've got to open up that dialogue. As parents, we've got to start educating ourselves first so that we can help our young people understand, develop the coping skills, understand what alcohol and drugs, what they do to your body. So it's all about building their self-esteem and their self-awareness so they feel good about saying no. When you think about peer pressure is the leading cause of our young people turning to alcohol and drugs. That's frightening.
So Maxine, what advice, what you, in your professional opinion, what would you say to a parent or to a teen who's facing the circumstance that we face in our community today?
The first thing I would say, Pastor, is number one, prevention starts when parents sit down with their children. And at an early age, you can't wait till they're 12, 13, and 14 to sit down and start talking the dialogue with them. First, the parent has to become aware of themselves, that their action speaks louder than their words. That our children, especially at a very young age, they imitate what they see us do. So as parents, we have to arm ourselves first so that we can sit down and talk with our young people. And kids are very smart. They can deal with what they know. It's what they don't know that baffles and confuses them. It's okay to say, you know, Mom or Dad, I may not be handling this particular problem right. It's, you know, help our children understand things that we go through and how to handle that. But more importantly, it's just, you know, telling them you love them, telling them that don't call them bad kids. There's no such thing as a bad child. They make bad choices. As we explained too, that even as adults, sometimes we make unhealthy choices. So we just have to be real open and honest and just begin to open that dialogue up with our young people. More importantly, just really helping them to feel good about who they are. And no child, again, is too young to understand that. And as far as our young teens and young people, that we have to start thinking about what is it that I want out of life. As you talk to your daughter about her goals, her future, and understanding what drugs do to destroy those dreams. So it's all about awareness, it's about education, but more importantly, it's about communication and understanding the world around us and what we want for ourselves. And that's why I'm excited about Ask the Messengers TV show, because you're creating a vehicle that will educate not only our children and our parents, but the total community. And that's what it's going to take. They say it takes a village to raise a child, but the village needs help. The village needs healing. And that's what this show is doing.
Well, Maxine, thank you so much for your input, and we appreciate you so very much. Please, as you can see, we are helping young people, and won't you consider helping us in that effort? Your donation of any size helps us to reach the young people and share with them about prevention, education, as well as helping them to understand that they have a future and their future is bright. We thank you so much for tuning in to Ask the Messengers. Please, the information is there on the screen. Find it in your heart to sow a seed of any size, because anything you give will absolutely help us take care of that goal. God bless you. Thank you so much for tuning in to Ask the Messengers.
Welcome, Judge Mathis. Thanks for coming to share an important message with the Wayne County taxpayers.
Well, thank you for allowing me to help. You know, most of my life I was a resident of Wayne County, and so I'm here to help because Treasurer Chabris wants to work with Wayne County homeowners to keep families in their homes and prevent foreclosure.
If you're having trouble making your property tax payments, let us know. We have many resources to help.
Take the first step towards staying in your home by going down to the Wayne County Treasurer's office on the 5th floor of the International Building in Greektown.
Stop by today to learn more about our payment plans and especially the newly extended interest rate reduction program.
Already in the payment plan? It's important you stay in good standing.
Making property tax payments is now easier than ever. We have placed payment kiosks in Rite Aid stores and community centers across the county. We've also added kiosks in our offices. Contact us at 313-224-5990 or email us at taxinfo@waynecounty.com.
The demand for peer recovery coaches is increasing in Michigan, and the Recovery Training Institute at the Detroit Recovery Project offers a 3-week training program to prepare you to obtain certification as a peer recovery mentor. RTI's curriculum will train eligible candidates in 10 different core curriculum areas. The time is right to become a recovery coach. For more information, call 313-365-3100 or visit their website at recovery4detroit.com.
My name is Ruby Lands, and I've been sober for 12 years.
I remember that my mom was in distress and sick from stress. She was stuck on drugs. She picked up meth and told me not to worry, with cigarette in her breath. But I couldn't watch her kill herself, so I took my and left, and I moved to grandma's crib. Just a kid who didn't want to feel depressed. But mama, I was still a mess, and you were still missed to death. But I couldn't see my mom like that. I hang up, she call right back. Everybody has their ma, and God, I just want mine back. Felt like it was.
We here at Ask the Messengers encourage our young people and those who are in the artist field. If you have a music video 3 to 4 minutes long, put it together, send it to us, and you'll be one of our highlighted artists at the end of one of our episodes. We want to showcase what you have to say regarding drug prevention and substance abuse education. So put together your information and send it to us here at Ask the Messengers.
I lost my kids' respect. I lost my apartment. I lost everything I ever worked for. Now that I look back and think of everything that I did and everything that I lost and things that only addicts do, I just can't believe that was me. And again, I'm very thankful that I'm sober today.
Even though we had a lot of pain, even though we felt a lot of rain, Mama made us who we are today. I don't regret a thing. Thank you for everything. Even though we had a lot of pain, even though we felt a lot of rain, Mama made us who we are today. I don't regret a thing. Thank you.